New law proposed in Virginia. Democrat lawmakers in the state putting forward a bill that would allow abortions up until the very moment of birth.
Where it's obvious that a woman is about to give birth. She has physical signs that she is about to give a birth. Would that still be a point at which she could request an abortion if she was so certified? She's dilating.
Mr. Chairman, that would be a decision that the doctor, the physician, and the woman would make.
I understand that. I'm asking if your bill allows that.
My bill would allow that, yes.
Okay, the voice of the man you just heard questioning Kathy Tran, the sponsor of the Repeal Act, is joining us right now. Majority Leader of the Virginia House of Delegates, Todd Gilbert, joins us right now from Richmond, Virginia. Mr. Gilbert, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve.
The more we learn about this Repeal Act, House Bill 2491, the more grisly it is. Why was it you took that tact in interviewing her and asking her questions about her bill?
Well, of course, we were fully aware of the implications of the bill, that it would remove almost any reasonable restrictions on the right to an abortion right up until the moment of birth, and we wanted to hear her say it. While horrifying, none of her answers were surprising. If anything was surprising about her answers, it was the level of honesty that she exhibited.
Right.
And while we appreciate that, because it has cast a bright light on the agenda of our Democratic colleagues, not just in Virginia, but all across the country, while we appreciate the honesty, we remain horrified at the implications of what might happen if they ever get the chance to make that the law of Virginia.
Yeah, because with Republicans in the majority, this bill did not actually pass. You guys won 5 because it was voted 5-3 against this bill. But it is very scary, isn't it, to know that
yes,
if Republicans lose that power, this could happen. Children could be, many people have called it murder.
Absolutely. This bill had 20 Democratic co-patrons and the full-throated support of the governor of Virginia.
Right.
And so, I weep for Virginia should this extreme agenda ever take a foothold here in our Commonwealth.
Mm-hmm. I remember, over the years, people have said, who are pro-abortion, they have said, abortion should be safe, it should be legal, and it should be rare. But in this case, it makes it possible right up to the moment of birth and past birth, actually. We have, this morning, Mr. Gilbert, been playing a soundbite of the governor who was on WTOP radio, where he was saying that what could happen is the baby would be born, they would make sure the baby is comfortable, and then the doctor and the mom would have a conversation about whether or not the baby should live. Now, the governor's tried to say that's taken out of context, that's not what he meant, he would never stand for anything like that. What's your message to the governor? Because that's sure what it sounds like.
Yeah, I don't know how you take that any other way. I mean, the governor basically discussed how after a baby is born alive, you would discuss whether and how to let it die. And just when you thought that this bill that we've been talking about wasn't horrible and horrific enough, the governor went and doubled down on this agenda and went well beyond even what we thought they were capable of. So my message to the governor is we stand in opposition to this extreme agenda, and I think even people that are pro-choice in Virginia and America are horrified at what the governor said and at what this bill did.
Well, I want to ask you about Kathy Tran, because when you asked her if the mom is dilating, this means she can still decide to terminate, and she winced when you said that, and I thought, well, maybe you're bringing some light to her, and she maybe didn't realize how extreme this was. But then she still voted for the bill. She wrote the bill, so she knows what's in the bill. I'm sure she's getting a lot of backlash. I think she took down some of her social media. What is she saying now?
Yeah, she's not saying much, at least not to us. She released a statement yesterday basically standing behind her bill. I was looking right at her when she winced, as you correctly described it. She recoiled. As a mother of 4, she appropriately recoiled at my question and the implications of it. And I do hope that it gives her pause and gives others pause about just how extreme these bills are, that they are handed by Planned Parenthood and NARAL and these abortion advocates that do so much to help them come campaign time, I hope that they are willing to draw a line even for those groups that help the Democratic Party so much.
Real quick exit question. I know the bill was tabled there in the legislature in Virginia. Could it possibly come back?
Not this year,
okay.
But we have elections every 2 years in the Virginia House of Delegates, and we have one this year. And so this is all looming in the horizon in the very near future that we have battles to fight and just what the consequences of those battles might be. And so we're ready for the fight.
Thank you for serving. I know that a lot of Republicans or a lot of conservatives out there, a lot of Catholics are thanking you for being on that board.
Thank you for having me this morning.
Todd Gilbert, thank you. All right.